Hello and welcome to the show. We start this week's FailRace episode on Forza Horizon 4 with Tom Nars racing around one of the scramble circuits on the game, and up until this point everything going fairly normally until someone decides to turn off the sun. Yes, apparently that is something that can... Who needs light anyway? Who needs light? Maybe it's the apocalypse. I'm not sure. Yeah, not a helpful one. Not a helpful one. I can't say I've ever come across that, but this is during a single player race as well. There's no online going on there. Just the sun gave up. Really. Boys Slash up next on Horizon 4, racing around in an Alfa Romeo, minding their own business, when, keep an eye on the left, we play stacking with Land Rovers. Yes, there is something on the bottom, I'm not actually sure what it is, and two Land Rovers parked on top, and they remain very well parked until the player drives back, and then everything slightly falls over. Good effort for car balancing. Speaking of car balancing, anything Horizon can do, Motorsport 7 can do better. This is Hordes going to start a race. Now immediately things are wrong because the car's not on the grid properly. That's not where you want your car to be, and there's a lot of cars in a place that they shouldn't be. Yes, that's not a traditional way to start a race, really, is it? That's not quite gone to plan. The Nissan is somewhere going up in this mess. Something's upside down, things are spinning around. The Dodge has wriggled its way to the bottom of all of this. Yeah, there's definitely caution ahead. I would agree with that one, game. As time went on, as people disconnected and so on, just restart this horrendous mess. They left with an Alfa Romeo bouncing around on a Camaro. The Nissan, yeah, that had gone up. That you could see it slowly spinning into shot. It's safe to say that did not start according to plan. it's very safe. I mean, if that was the plan, it was an impressive plan, and we're going to just spin faster and faster and faster with the Nissan as it gradually tries to fall back down to earth. That's a very broken race start. Illiterate Idiot up next on GTA 5, being chased by a friend with an armoured tamper, trying to get away, goes around a corner, the car behind hits a person, gets launched into the air, and, well, I'd say that's successful avoiding. I mean, there was a fair bit of collateral damage involved in that, however, they did get away, and the weaponised car, well, did not survive that one. Up next, Jake, also on GTA 5, driving around, minding their own business, looking to get off of the motorway. As you do, and of course, being GTA 5, you don't need to take an off-road or a slip road, off-ramp, whatever. You can just take the big old gap in the wall. Turns out, sometimes when you take the big old gap in the wall, you might land perfectly on the back of a truck. If only this one had a flatbed trailer. I mean, that was perfectly aligned. It does eventually sort of slip off the back. It's brilliantly aligned, though, for the landing, not being able to see. Imagine Getty up next on GTA 5, minding their own business. Also, this is apparently the day of the dump truck on GTA 5. Noticed an AI doing something funky around the quarry area. Yes, they went on a little adventure with the massive dump truck. The problem is the massive dump truck doesn't fit on the roads it kind of fits on the roads, but then you're coming up towards a bridge, there's a crash barrier, it doesn't really know where to go, and decides the best possible route to take is go into the oncoming lane. The narrow... it's not the greatest piece of driving an AI has ever done. It gets worse as it clips the wall, freaks out, and then doesn't quite know where to go. Just content with sitting there, blocking everything. And as time passes, it's got considerably worse. Yeah, it has made a full roadblock on this particular slip road. There are cars on fire. There's been a lot of crashes. There are now trucks joining in with this mess. There's a reason why they don't normally take the dump trucks around on the public road. I mean, admittedly, you shouldn't be going in the oncoming lane, but still, there's another truck piled into the back of it, and the police go after the player, because the player shot a couple of times trying to see if we can get stuff moving. The police are then actually struggling to find a way past. Douglas up next on GTA 4, racing around in the cockpit, and as we head up, just loses the back end of the car slightly, clips the concrete barrier, does a massive wheelie in between two traffic cars, and comes back down in one piece. Not quite a 10 out of 10 landing. If it could have landed pointing the right direction, would have been 10 out of 10. Still pretty damn good going. You couldn't do that one if you tried. Kyle up next on Burnout Paradise, doing a stunt run with the, I think it's Jensen 88, the DeLorean-esque vehicle. Going up towards a jump, you want to score some good points. heading up towards the jump, you want to get some big airtime and whatnot. So as we launch up here, I think was trying to do the flip to use the roll ramp, missed it slightly, lands on a guardrail and now can't steer. As the car continues to go along, Tony Hawk would certainly be very proud. Unfortunately, I would love to know how far it would have gone had there not been a post in the way. Baldrick on World of Tanks was not quite paying full attention to where they were driving with something. I'm not actually quite sure what it is. An interesting looking tank of some description clips a sort of a wreck of something and goes for a big roll. It's not quite going to be a 10 out of 10 landing again either on this one, as it doesn't quite get the roll required. However, as it scrapes down on the floor, we're going to go for kind of a, I guess, a front flip. It's a half roll, half front flip, which for a tank is pretty good going. I love the turret still spinning around. I mean, it would be typical cheesy movie if the tank could then, you know, fire the cannon a couple of times at some baddies or something. Impressive. To have come back down landing perfectly on the wheels is pretty good going. I've probably done some damage to the vehicle in all of that. And then we quickly run away and we don't tell the commanding officer we might have rolled the tank. That's probably a good idea. Act like nothing happened, apart from we have video footage. Claytonator is finally here on BeamNG Drive, racing with the Moonhawk. Gets things wrong going over crest, loses the back end to a perfect Austin Powers. Yeah, you're not going to get that one out. I mean, Beam, a game about incredible damage and so on. All you've done to this car is slightly scraped up the front. However, that's so very well positioned. You're not freeing that at all. Well done. Again, not something you could spend a lot of times trying to do it that neatly, and you probably wouldn't. So well done for managing to park it perfectly on the bridge. That, though, is going to be it for this episode. As ever, if you have clips you'd like to submit to this series, you can via our forums. There'll be a link in the description. Find the FailRace clip submission section at the very top, and in there there'll be all of the rules and how to submit them. However, that is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.